Packability or comfort? Which one is more important to you? If you're trying to decide what profile platform is right for you, I'm gonna help. Right here, I have the brand new Gen 2 Profile and the Profile XL. And in this video, I'm gonna run through the pros and cons of each and help you decide which one fits your system best. So to set the stage, the XL is 38% larger than the original Profile platform. The XL is gonna come in right at 4.9 pounds. The regular is gonna come in at 3.4 pounds. So there's a little bit of a weight difference, but you can definitely tell the size difference as well. Otherwise, the two platforms are functionally the same. So I came up with a list of the 3 biggest pros and the 3 biggest cons for each one of these. We're gonna start with the regular Profile platform. And the first thing is that it's lighter. Being smaller, naturally it's gonna be lighter, so you're gonna have less weight on your back as you're hiking into your spots. It's gonna be more packable. It's gonna go onto your backpack and integrate with your sticks a little bit easier. Both of them are pretty good still because of the design of the Profile being such a low profile itself. And the third pro of the regular Profile is just portability. It's gonna be easier for you to get up into the tree, pull it off the back of your saddle and hang it on. So it's lightweight, it's packable, and it's portable. So jumping into the cons for the regular Profile, the first one, since it is smaller, is comfort. If you're somebody that has really large feet, you're gonna be a little more limited to how much surface area you have naturally. The second con is maneuverability. And even though they're the same exact shape, this one being smaller is gonna not allow you to get quite as far off of the tree if you're trying to position yourself for a shot. So if maneuverability is more important to you, I do see that as a little bit of a con for this one, although it's still a great platform. The third con for the regular Profile is the fact that it has a slightly smaller cleat on top. So you're not gonna be able to tow hook your platform quite as easily, especially if you have large feet. I have size 13 boots, I can still do it just fine, but comparing these two platforms directly, this one does have a smaller cleat on top. Jumping over to the XL, the first pro is that you have a lot more surface area. So if you're somebody that has large feet, I wear size 13s, they fit on this a heck of a lot better than the other one. Again, they fit fine on the Profile, but it's so much better on the Profile XL. The second big pro is comfort. I can already tell on long sits, this platform is gonna be incredible. So for all my rut sits, this is what I'm planning to use. You're gonna be able to stand up on it completely. You're gonna be able to turn around and act like it's a tree stand, but you're just gonna have a lot more room in different positions to be able to sit in up in the tree. Also in terms of maneuverability, since it's a larger platform, you're gonna be able to get out away from the tree just a little bit more for those shots that might be directly behind the tree. The other pro of the XL is that it does have a slightly larger cleat, so it's gonna help for tow hooking. It's also gonna allow you to put your boot on there and get positioned for some different shot opportunities that you might not have. And again, you can do the same things on the Profile, but you can just do it a little bit better with the extra size. Getting into the cons for the XL, the first one is that it's noticeably heavier. It's also noticeably larger, so it's understandable. Because it's larger, it makes it a little bit less packable. It still folds down extremely flat, but it does stick out on your backpack slightly more than the smaller Profile. As far as bulkiness goes, you might notice it a little bit more as you're hooking it to the back of your saddle and ascending the tree. Despite those cons, which I really struggled to come up with, it's still a platform that I have 100% confidence in, and I see myself using this almost exclusively this fall. Both of these platforms are weight rated for 300 pounds. The regular size is gonna come in at $209.99, and the XL is $219.99. And I'll link to both of them down below in the description if you wanna check them out. But let's see these things in action. So the first thing we're gonna look at for each of these is packability. Here I have the Profile pack, and this is the regular size Profile. So just to illustrate, going into the pack, nice and easy. You could attach your sticks to that, use this as your backpack. Now we have the XL Profile pocket with the XL Profile. Again, it slides right in there, bigger platform, bigger pocket. In both of these Profile pockets, you got this plastic G-hook on the top that hooks, you can tighten it down. And it's actually got minimalist shoulder straps, and you can use this as your backpack. Hook on your sticks to the bottom right here. But if you're like me and want to run an actual backpack, I'll show you that right now. Now, as far as packing up on a backpack, we got the regular Profile. I just put the platform down and then my sticks, and just throw these 2 compression straps over the top. cinch those down. So that's what it would look like all packed up with the regular profile. Now with the XL, same thing. I would put my platform down first, add my sticks, add the compression straps, and cinch those down. And that's what we're looking at. It's still gonna be well within the width of my shoulders, but it does protrude a little bit more than the other one. And just to give you an idea of what they actually look like on the tree with my size 13 boots on them, we've got the platform side by side, and I'm gonna show you what that looks like. Here I'm standing on the regular profile platform. Having some contrast between the two, it definitely feels smaller, but it's got all the same edges as the XL. Again, these are size 13 boots, and I hunted from the first generation platform of this size all last year, including several all-day sits just fine. Now let's step over to the XL. As you can see, it's got quite a bit more surface area. My whole boot fits on it easier. If I need to stand up and add additional layers, I can do that. I could face away from the tree, more like a tree stand, a little bit easier. And it might allow me to position for shots just a little bit easier than the regular side profile platform. So to wrap this whole thing up and put a bow on it, if you're somebody that values being super lightweight and having a lot of mobility, I would encourage you to get the regular profile platform. If you're somebody that values comfort over all of those things, get the XL. With that being said, this one is still very comfortable and this one is still very packable, so you really can't go wrong. It's total preference. And if you're like me, just have both of them and use them as you see fit. But if you want to see individual reviews for both the XL and the Gen 2 profile, I'll link to those videos right here.